What's up, survivors? Welcome back to the channel. Grab your energy drinks and pull up a chair, because today we are diving deep into the Tempest Arms, into the armory. Originally, I planned to drop a straightforward guide on why you should rush to swap your old gear for the shiny new S2 and S3 Tempest Arms. I mean, higher generation usually means better stats, right? Well, I started crunching the numbers and reading the fine print, and I have completely changed my mind. Before you salvage your old Tempest Arms, we need to talk about why the older Hitman S1 Tempest Arm might actually be the secret weapon you have been looking for. Let's look at the current meta. If you are rocking the latest Generation S3 Tempest Arms, you're aiming for the massive set bonuses. When you complete both the offensive and defensive stats for your hero, you unlock some seriously beefy buffs. Hero final damage plus 11%, enemy behemoth damage reduction plus 11%, and enemy aircraft damage reduction plus 11%. The Generation S2 Tempest Arm is almost identical, just scale it down slightly to 10% across the board. On paper, these bonuses are damage mitigation kinks. They are designed to keep you alive longer by no-trailing your opponent's heavy hitters. If you are constantly getting bullied by massive behemoths, these stats feel like a godsend. But Hitman S1 Tempest Arm is a place where it gets interesting. Let's look back at the Hitman collaboration gear, S1. It only exists at S1 generation. Specifically, the Gluttony Gobble set. You might think, why would I use S1 gear when S3 gives me 11%? Take a closer look at the bonus types. While S2 and S3 generations focus on reduction, the Hitman S1 set focuses on raw aggression. We have here hero final damage plus 10%, behemoth damage plus 10%, and aircraft damage plus 10%. Do you see the difference? S2 and S3 subtract power from your enemy. Hitman S1 multiplies your own power. And if I can say that, this is the math of destruction. Why is this a game changer for high level players? It comes down to basic math and how scaling works in State of Survival. We have the power gap theory. So if you are a strong player facing a weaker or mid-tier opponent, reducing their behemoth damage by 11% doesn't actually do much. Why? Because 11% of a small number is still a small number. You are defending against a threat that wasn't going to kill you anyway. However, if you take the same 10% bonus and apply it to your behemoth and your aircraft, which are already massive, you are adding a huge amount of raw damage to your opening volley. For whales and frontline rally leaders, boasting your own big numbers is mathematically superior to reducing an opponent's small numbers. So which set should you choose? I have creating two strategies. The tank strategy means S2 and S3 gear. If you find yourself frequently defending against players much stronger than you, or if you are struggling to survive in initial burst of rally, stick with S3, if that's possible, of course. There is one major pros: high survivability mitigates the one-shot meta. And of course there is a cons: you aren't dealing extra damage with your tactical units. And the second strategy, the Predator strategy, like Hitman S1 Tempest Arms. If you have high-level behemoths and a well-leveled aircraft, the Gluttony Gobble set is arguably the best offensive kit in the game. Pros: massive synergy with high-level tactical units, total dominance in offensive rallies. And of course, there is a cons: lower damage mitigation, so you are a glass cannon compared to S3 users. So, going to the edge, to the final verdict, it's easy to get caught in a trap of thinking newer is better. The developers shifted the S2 and S3 meta toward damage reduction to help balance the scales, but in doing so, they left a power vacuum that the Hitman S1 Tempest Arms fills perfectly. Before you upgrade or buy, ask yourself, do I want to survive the hit, or do I want to make sure they don't survive mine? So if you are a top tier player, that 10% behemoths and aircraft damage boost is worth its weight in gold. And that's all for today's deep dive, survivors. I hope this helps you spend your hard-earned resources more wisely. Don't forget to smash that like button if this saves you from a gear upgrading mistake, and subscribe for more State of Survival meta-analysis. So, stay safe out of there in the wasteland, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.